It's time for the American Idol Top 12 Boys recap. As you can see, my lovely husband has joined us as a guest. Mostly he said he's going to just nod in agreement, but I'm sure he'll interject some opinions here and there. Let's see. We'll get right to it. There's a lot of ground to cover. We don't want another 30-minute... You know, our trivia thing was 30 minutes long.
Was it? You think we'll tire them out? They'll get bored of us?
I think they're already bored of us.
That's quick.
Okay, anyway. The first person to perform was David Hernandez. He performed The Midnight Hour. He had a good voice. I kind of like the gospel vibe he had with the song. But it was a bit nondescript, and I think that he probably runs a pretty big risk of getting lost in the shuffle. And because of that, I think he's pretty close to being cut. If he's not gone Thursday, it'll be real soon after that, if he doesn't, you know, make himself stand out. The second person was Chikizi, which I love his name, by the way. He sang I Love You More Today Than Yesterday, Stevie Wonder song.
It's not like we're going to get enough of that Stevie Wonder week.
I know. Well, first of all, why were they having a theme week on these? I personally prefer that they get to show off their personality with the songs that they choose. So the 60s week was really demanding, I thought.
It was, but there's also a lot of different styles in the 60s too. So I mean, they should have been able to. I mean, it's not like it was all disco or anything like that.
Well, they did deliver, though. They really did. They gave us a lot of different styles of music. Chikizi's number, the key was too low, I thought, for him in the beginning, and I felt him kind of struggle with it. And I think he could have injected a little bit more life into the song because from what I remember of the song, it's kind of upbeat, and he kind of slowed it into a kind of very slow soul ballad. And not every song is meant to savor in such a way, and I think that he may have made a misstep with that.
Well, I'd like to point out something that you just said there. What you remember of the song. If he'd done a good performance, you would have remembered.
No, I'm saying the original song.
Oh, well then I don't know what I'm talking about. It was slow, I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, he doesn't like the slow numbers, and he will not, I mean... He wants to see upbeat, and if you ask him what his preferences are of the night, and he will tell you eventually when we're done, they were not the slow numbers. So I think he could be in trouble tomorrow, really. If not tomorrow, he's not going to last long. He really, and I didn't really care for the way he talked back to Simon. You know, Simon didn't like his outfit, but, you know, for him to make that big of a stink about it, I thought was probably not a good idea to endear him to people.
Not top 12 material.
I don't think so.
But then again, he made it to Hollywood in season 6, and now he made it to the top 24 in season 7, so if he gets cut, he'll probably be back for season 8.
Probably. He made it to Hollywood?
Yeah, you remember he got cut in the final cut in Hollywood last season.
Oh, I thought that was Danny Noriega.
It was both.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize. Okay. The third person to perform was David Cook. He sang So Happy Together.
He was good.
I didn't care for David originally. I mean, I liked him. I liked that he rocks out, but I hated his hair. That faux hawk just was driving me nuts.
Faux hawk?
That's what it is. I had just driving me absolutely bananas. I just didn't like it, and the whole color thing, and I know that's kind of superficial, but anyway, but he won me over with the song. And the way he performed it. He rocked it out. He totally made a performance out of it. It was the first one of the 3 to engage the audience and really make the song his own. And I love that. I hated the slow start to the song, though. Hated it. When he first started singing, I was like, oh no, he is not.
But the plus side to that is that slow start fooled us, and when he went into rock mode, it was a nice surprise.
It was. And we really enjoyed it. So... I like David Cook. I think he's safe for another...
Top 12.
Oh, yeah. I think he's probably going to make it to the top 12. Now, the next person to perform was Jason Yeager, and he sang Moon River. He played the camera well. He's a good-looking guy, but he was a bit stiff in his performance, I think. He wasn't at all comfortable, really. You couldn't see that he was comfortable.
He got the Granny vote.
Yeah, he wasn't sold on the song. I wasn't sold on the song selection either. I thought well, that was just kind of off. But Steven says, okay, he's going for the granny vote. His exact quote. But I think he's probably in danger tomorrow because even though he's good looking, there are other guys who are more good looking than he is. So
that are more entertaining.
And
that's what the show's about, is entertainment.
Yeah. So I think that it was a pretty big misstep. The fifth one to perform was Robbie, our rocker, long-haired rocker, I should say. We've got about 3 rockers this season. I'm pretty excited.
Counting the chicks?
No, just the guys.
Just the guys, yeah.
You know.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, the chicks are tomorrow. Bets on if Amanda sings Janis Joplin. I hope she does.
You know what? I don't think she will. I think she's going to take it to heart. But we can talk about that later.
Yeah. Robbie Carrico sang 1, and he seemed a little uneasy, actually. And I could see why Simon wasn't sold on him being a rocker, and even said that to him, that he just didn't quite believe it and thought he was a boy band.
But it's also really not a rock number either. I don't think it was the best choice for him.
Really? I thought it was pretty rock. 3 Dog Night's pretty cool.
3 Dog Night's pretty cool, but I mean, to come across with the rocker image, that's not the best song for him to choose.
Yeah, that's true.
He would have been one of the ones better suited to Elvis.
Right. Well, we'll get to that. He does have a pure vocal for a rock singer, though. I mean, you know, we've got David Cook, who's got the gravelly kind of thing, and we've got Michael Johns, who's got the kind of, I guess, the gravelly kind of growl, you know, and Robbie's probably got the purest vocal of all 3 of them. So it's nice to hear it in a rock song, but I do think he got out-rocked by David Cook by that point. David Archuleta was the 6th person to perform, and he sang Shop Around. I thought his key was a little too low in the beginning, and I thought he played more to the judges than to the crowd. I'm still kind of amazed that voice comes out of that guy. I don't agree with Simon at that point. I thought David Cook had the best performance by that point in the show. I don't know what it is about David. He kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. It's like everybody's trying to push him down my throat that I need to like him, and that makes me not want to like him.
Nobody tells you what to do.
No, not really.
Nobody puts Ginger in a corner.
The 7th person to perform was Danny, one of our resident gay guys. There's 2 now. Both of them are theater people, and both of them kind of did Elvis tonight. It was kind of a theme. I don't know what was going on. But Danny sang...
They got blue suede shoes.
They're so stylish. Danny did Jailhouse Rock, and when he first came out and I knew what it was, I was really, really, really scared, and wondered if he could pull off the swagger that Elvis notoriously had. And I was very surprised that he was able to do it. He wasn't as annoying as he was in Hollywood.
He didn't fail miserably, but he didn't pull off the swagger.
Well, let me put it this way. He pulled it off more than I thought he would.
There you go. I mean, you gotta do a lot to match Elvis's swagger.
That's true. I thought it was a good performance, but I don't think his voice was as good. I think he was so concentrating on the performance that the voice suffered.
He's more suited to boy band type stuff.
I think he's more suited to theater.
Well, personally. Yeah, but that's not going to win American Idol.
That's true.